In
the
future.
YouTube. Mhm.
That's weird.
Wait, if you, okay, I think if you go, no, this is notes. There must be, where is it? Wait, let me
Here
just
I'm
talk with
here I'm opening all settings, general, keyboard statistics, general. Yeah, and I'm sure there's a way to do it here. I'll ask Chat GPT.
it was that easy, but now it's just Igor arrived. Fernanda vai participar. You're gonna be here with us, Fê. That's good. You understand English, right? For you, it's cool. Okay, that's great. No, it's
Good.
great
Hello,
to
Fernanda.
everybody get to know each other. Uh, okay. Well, Fê, do you know how we could change the name?
It's a small thing.
Just to know. Yeah, it's a small, but while we are waiting,
Sure. If somebody knows, yeah.
nobody knows. I
Change
done
what?
that before. To change the name that appears here.
It just appeared. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew
maybe
it was
when you first create your account in Zoom, maybe
just there, right?
just there, maybe not here in the meeting. I think it's before when
It's
you
true. Yeah, that's
create your
true.
account.
Yeah. Well, let me tell everyone that we have our meeting open. So Fernanda, Ian, she's one of those who bought already the ticket and it's going through Doha, right?
Through Doha. Good. Well, hopefully by that time it'll be smooth passage.
It is. It's working, right? Right now.
Right. It already is. Exactly. So,
just that it doesn't change too much.
Yeah.
Well, we are followers of Guru Rinpoche, right? I think challenge is part of the path, isn't it?
He can bore you a tiger to arrive in Bhutan.
Yeah. Challenges are always part of it. Yeah. Riding the tiger. Yeah.
The tiger.
I'm just looking here something. Oh yeah, I got it.
Ok, é Lides, né? Que tá como pimenta. Acho que era Lides. Okay, all the Brazilians are here. Ida also came in. Good. Hi, Ida. Zinda, okay.
É Zinda.
Zinda. Você sabe que eu sempre estou me perguntando, Zinda. É um nome que eu nunca vi.
Eu perguntei para ela. Ela falou, é Zinda mesmo.
Zinda. Zinda, you understand English? Yes, it's good also people get to see everyone. I can see Ida in the dark. Yeah, Oz. Hi. Good. And then Cliff, Chris said he couldn't join because I didn't know, but he lives in New Zealand. I thought it was the States, but he's coming from New Zealand, and that's not a good time for him.
It's probably middle of the night there or something.
Yeah.
Huh?
So that's why I'm recording in a YouTube live stream. So afterwards I can send the link for people who know that. So Cliff, is your mom there with you? I think you can. Okay. If you want to unmute yourself,
okay,
I think you can.
Got it. Yeah, my mom's here with me.
Okay, she's there.
Good.
And probably Solar, is there. I can see, yes. So with Ada, so we have, only Chris, I think, that couldn't join from the English speaking. Then we have Fernanda, Lights, and Zinda from Brazil.
Mhm.
And we already had the last meeting last week also.
Mhm. Good.
So I think that's us. And so good. So this is our first meeting, so we can see each other, have a feeling a little bit, and just it's open for questions and clarify, and then we can open the circle for that. And so we are very excited. Everything, also the people who are waiting for us in Bhutan, they said, contemplating everything what's in the world today, Bhutan is the paradise, the magical place, the safest. So there we are going to be. Everything it's running smoothly. And just a curious thing is that Bhutan is a source of energy maker, hydroelectrics. So it will not be any shortage of energy there, I guess. But,
That's what we're counting on, at least. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, in that way, Bhutan is remarkably well positioned, obviously, for situations like this. They're very energy independent. They're free of any kind of political discord with other parts of the world. So, except for Trump, I think Trump actually banned Bhutanese from entering America because he thought that there was some weird concept that they were potential terrorists.
Is
So,
it really? I didn't know.
yeah. No, they were Bhutanese were blacklisted by Trump for visiting America on some completely crazy, ridiculous idea. So I don't know if that was contested and how it is now, but that was the situation even last year. So, but that doesn't affect us. Yeah.
So I don't know. We got you want to start, Ian? You want to?
Sure. Well, yeah, I know that you covered a lot, obviously, with when you had the meeting with the Brazilians, and some of them are back again, which is great. And I know that there were concerns, of course, about travel and flights, and of course, as we know, some people are scheduled to go through Doha, but flights are still running. I have a friend, here who's, yeah, people, the closer they are to it, the less concerned they seem to be about it, which is always interesting. Sometimes the news looks worse from far. So we're assuming that, a month and a half from now, things will have to have quieted down, and hopefully all will go smoothly. And I think some of you are coming through Bangkok, some through Delhi.
I think all of them through Bangkok.
Through Bangkok. Okay. And I think what Tiffani told me the other day is that those who are going through Bangkok are not just coming and staying overnight, but probably staying for a couple days at least, and therefore would find accommodation somewhere downtown.
Especially for Brazilians who are coming, and there is a 12-hour difference. I think at least 4 or 5 of you, Clive and Ida with Solar and Oz as well. You are all in Indonesia, right? All in Bali.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
actually, I'll be coming from Europe, but same thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. It's just to know about the jet lag. So I told the Brazilians, at least stay 2 days in Bangkok will be at least 2 days, so that when you arrive in Bhutan, you are fresh, because we are going to be full schedule. So it's good to have all your energy when you arrive. So, and then I suggested some areas in Bangkok, so you can find the hotel there. Of course, there are hotels close to the airport, very good ones, but it's all a question of budget, how much you want to spend. So there's a range of that. But Bangkok days, it's easy, and I think it costs, like, from the airport with a normal taxi till the center is around $30. Was it that?
Yeah, not even that much, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and Uber even less, but normal taxi will be that. So, and it's a nice place to arrive, to eat well, get some massage, sleep, and then be ready. And then what we are seeing is those who didn't get the ticket to Paro, which I think only Cliff got, but to Bhutan, from Bangkok to Bhutan. So by next week, we can look into with our agent in Bhutan, something, so he can look into tickets from Bangkok to Paro and suggest the best tickets, or maybe everybody buying together, and maybe he gets a better price as well.
I actually have a
Yeah.
little question about that, because I've been trying for the last 3 days to book with Druk Air, the Bangkok Paro, and I keep getting this fraud error when I put in my card, and it doesn't matter which card we try. We even tried through a third party like Go to Gate, and then they also canceled it. And now I emailed them, but I'm waiting to hear back. And I don't know if it's just us, but we tried everything.
No, Druk
And it
Air
keeps
is
happening.
notoriously difficult to book on.
Okay.
And supposedly it's gotten easier, but I mean, literally, just last week I was flying round trip on Druk Air from Bangkok to Bagdogra in northeastern India. And I was trying and trying, because I was assuming it would be easier now, and it just didn't work. And I gave up, and I just told Samten, who you'll all be meeting. He's our kind of agent in Bhutan. I said, "Can you please just book me a round trip ticket on Druk Air?" And 5 minutes later, he sent me and he said, "Yeah, we'll work it out later, the price." So
Okay, amazing.
I think in reality, to avoid those kind of headaches and hassle, and also to make sure that we're all on the same flight, which will just make things simpler, because in some cases, when people come, some from Delhi, some from Bangkok, the flight from Delhi comes in much later, so it's harder to coordinate everybody. So ideally, if everyone's coming through Bangkok, something can just go ahead and book those tickets for all of us, and then you can just pay him
Perfect. So I'll
in
just pause
cash,
on
or
trying
or,
for
or
now.
just add that to your final.
Yeah,
But I think what
you.
he would even prefer is just to be paid in cash. So
Oh, okay, perfect.
yeah, I mean, if that's simpler for you, then it's certainly good for him too. So
Yeah. Well, we
either.
can organize this week, the next days. You can send your passport and a picture of your face for the visa, and eventually for the ticket as well. So
Yeah.
I think I sent that in the group now. I don't know, but just send my email. I will send that in our group, so you can know. But it has to be a very good picture of your passport with no distortion, no shadow of your passport, and one of your face, those ID kind of face, very good looking picture of ID face.
Yeah, they
So
need
you
that
put them-
for the visa. And
And they
the
are very picky
signature,
about,
yeah, signature, that doesn't matter anymore. It used to be important, but now they can handle that. So just a good passport style photo, but it doesn't have to be an official passport photo, but something, a headshot basically,
yeah. With your phone, you can do it.
without a background.
Yeah.
So yeah, if something has all that, then he can just go ahead and get everybody's tickets, and I think that's the simplest. And the other issue with that is I don't know if anybody had requested to go earlier to Bhutan or to leave later. I think
I don't
we,
think so.
yeah, good. We generally discourage it because it's expensive and it's complicated. But it was just to bring that up, because otherwise what he'll do is just he'll process everybody's visas with the dates of the trip, and that'll make life simpler for everyone.
Yeah, we already booked the flights because there weren't that many flights available.
Right.
And then when I tried with the other airline, the website felt like it was like 20 years old, and Druk Air seemed to be the better option.
It is. Yeah.
There was only from Bangkok, the flight that we found was at 6 a.m. and lands at 8:15. And the return flight leaves at 4:20, lands in Bangkok at 9:50.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I told the ones coming from Bali and also that we're going to stay at the Hyatt Regency at the airport, because we'll just fly in day off because we're in the same time zone.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
that's the best.
It's really convenient. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's just so smooth. Once you're booked there, you just, you get automatically brought over to the hotel, and they serve breakfast from 3 a.m. and the breakfast is worth not missing. It's a fantastic breakfast. So normally one will want to eat at 3 in the morning, but it's worth it in the case of staying at the Hyatt.
Yeah, the flights were not cheap. I think they were about 900 US per person.
Round trip, yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah,
The round
we were a
trip,
bit worried about fuel hikes, so that's why we booked it. But
That's
Yeah.
was good, yeah.
No, that's what it's been already for years. They keep claiming they're going to bring that price down, but now with the world the way it is, it's unlikely to go down for a while. But that's good. Good to know that you're on that 6 a.m. flight, because we'll check with Sompton, and ideally everybody will be on that flight so that we're all, which is great that way, because then we arrive in time, we have breakfast in Paro, and then we have a full day ahead of us. But we'll also make sure there's some rest time too, because it's going to be a full day the following day.
Yeah. So
So
I
were there-
think it's the second day already, or third day. I don't have it, the itinerary open here, but that hike, we're gonna do one of the first days, one of the longest.
That's the third day. No,
Temple,
the second day after we arrive is the empowerment ceremony at Tingshin Monastery, and then the day after that is the hike to Chumpugne, which is a Vajrayogini, a very special Vajrayogini temple, and we'll go there with Chuku Tenzing, who is a great Bhutanese Lama who will be with us for a couple days there, and also sharing practices and teachings with us. He's from a very special lineage in Bhutan. So
should we go through the itinerary a little bit, and then if anyone has question, I think Oz has said something. I also wanted to know a bit about the practice. If you like to ask Ian, yeah.
Yeah, of course, I'm very curious, but I'm okay with being surprised. We don't need to talk about it. It's just it's okay.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I can guarantee is that, there's always an itinerary, there's always a program, and it's self-evolving. So if we never like to feel completely limited to what's even described in an itinerary, but all I can guarantee is that when there's changes, it's usually for the better. There's some things that we didn't even mention, but that we haven't intended and planned. So there will be surprises, but I think all for the good. Generally, it's just in some cases, certain lamas that we want to meet, there's no way to really guarantee it. So we didn't include it. We didn't write it up in the itinerary. But so Tuku Tenzing, I just talked to today, and I'm actually going to meet. He's coming to give some teachings in Bangkok in a couple of weeks. So I'll actually fly up to Bangkok. I'm here in Koh Samui, and I'll meet with him, and we'll go over in more detail what he'll be sharing with us at the Vajrayogini temple, and the practices that we'll be doing with him also at his center in Thimphu. So that's one of the. So we try to make sure that everything is organized as much as possible, but always with the possibility of adding more.
So yeah, I think it's anyone has would like to ask anything, or logistic or anything. Everything is set. So I'm gonna send the reminder for you to send your passport details to my email that we will need soon, and then soon we're gonna arrange then the tickets from Bangkok. But I don't think everybody has the ticket to Bangkok. I think also whoever has your ticket, also send a ticket to me, so I know where you're gonna be in Bangkok. So send your ticket. Send your ticket and your passport details.
And make sure that your arrival time is not any later than the 13th, obviously, since the morning, it's the flight on the 14th. It's very early in the morning, so you want to make sure that you don't get there any later than the afternoon of the 13th. And then I think there are other details that you may have covered already, Tiffany, like, for example, when you do arrive at the airport, but we'll send a detailed reminder. It's very, very worthwhile to just as you're exiting, after you've picked up your luggage, there'll be a counter after customs, which customs doesn't really exist, but there officially is a place called customs, but you just walk right by. And then there's a counter for what they call tourist sim. So there's two different Tashi cell and Bhutan cell, and you can get for very little. It's like $10 or less, I think. You get a local SIM card, which is worth putting into your phone if you're willing to take your other one out, if it doesn't going to work anyway while you're in Bhutan. Then you have a local SIM card and you get data from that. It allows to have connectivity, wherever we are throughout the trip, not just at the hotels, but also when we're in cars, even on the trail. You'll have Wi-Fi connection throughout the trip for essentially 10.
I would also say to exchange money or withdraw money at the airport, because there are not so many ATM machines that work all around, and they mostly accept more cash than your card.
Yeah.
So it's good to have cash on hand, and you can do that at the airport. And that SIM card is really on the exit. You almost out when you see the SIM card setting there. It's almost
Now
really
you might
on
think you've missed it, but then it's right there at the door, literally.
at the door, really on the exit door. Yeah.
And then there are a couple, as Tiffany's saying, a couple ATM machines right there after you've picked up your luggage. There are bathrooms at the end of the hall that you may want to use at that point. And then right to the right of that, there are two or three ATM machines, and there's also an exchange counter where you can exchange major currencies in notes as well. And it is worth doing all that just to arrive without having to worry about doing it in town after we get to the hotel.
What's a good
Sorry?
Yeah, what's a good denomination to have, like for tipping, like staff, waiters? Like, could you give us a rough?
Yeah. So the best is to change. US dollars is probably and of course, large denominations you get better rate. So euros or dollars, $100 bills are ideal. And then tipping and all of that is best done in local currency after you've changed money. So, I think for our group size and length of time, etc., if what we normally do is, we have guides, we've got drivers, we've got a whole crew at various locations. But what we normally do is just have envelopes at the end of the trip where we collect and we suggest an amount. Usually when it's a group size, it's not, maybe $20 if you kept in reserve, something like that. Then collectively that can get divided among our guides and drivers. And, more or less, that's sort of a baseline. And then in hotels and places like that, then in restaurants, it's not really expected to tip. And even when we're in hotels, it's not like other parts of the world where, there'll definitely be people helping you to carry your bags up to your rooms and things like that. But it doesn't seem to be a tradition or an expectation in Bhutan to give, a dollar bill or whatever it might be, like it is in Thailand or other places. So it's really just having some money that you hold in reserve for the end of the trip that we'll send also like a memo about all these things from SIM cards to money exchange before the trip starts so that you can plan for that.
I have another question. Solar's sister might want to join us to Bhutan, and I'm wondering if there's still room left, and also what is the cutoff time for her to need to decide to make sure that she gets her visa and everything in time?
Sure. Okay.
Well, but there is for sure there's a place, and I think the best would be not to be as late as close to 1 month before. So if she could in the beginning of April, because especially that's when we are getting tickets to everybody to fly together to Paro, and if she could do in a week time, that would be the ideal.
And at the same
for us also
time,
to
if she
change
needs more time, we can also give a heads up to something. And I mean, normally the
I think
cutoff
she
is,
needs like 2 weeks to kind of figure out some logistics,
yeah.
but she's
Well,
like
I'd say if we
90%
tell
coming.
something that it's likely to happen, and if she can actually send her passport and her photo in the meantime, and without any obligation, then I would say by the 15th of, so 1 month before the trip, we would need to know. So that's a good solid 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And something can just kind of, he can have it on hold. He can reserve
Perfect.
a flight,
Yeah.
but not purchase it and hold a room. And then a question would be whether she'd be sharing a room or wanting a
She
single
would
room.
want her own, like a non-shared room.
Sure. Okay. That shouldn't be a problem because I
Okay.
think, again, with everything that's happening in the world, I think there are less people traveling generally.
Yeah.
So that also means I think there'll be room. But it is important for something to know that we may need that extra single room. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll give you a heads up on that, and then she has 2 weeks to decide.
What's her
Perfect.
name, Ida?
Her name's Lemuria.
Lou Moria.
Yeah, she's like 90% coming. It's just she's
Mhm.
figuring out some logistics, but she got very excited. She's here in Bali visiting us, and we've been talking so much about the Bhutan trip that she was like, guys, I'm joining you.
Great. So then Tao will have his
Exactly. Also
exactly.
very helpful for us to
yeah.
have
So
Auntie there.
it will be great for you as well, for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. We're also trying to peer pressure our friend Aaron. I don't know if he's been in touch with you yet, but
We're planning to see him this week and see what's going on.
and yeah. So
Hopefully.
he's still a maybe. How
Aaron.
big is the group? Yeah, Aaron.
Okay.
We
How
have
big is the group right now?
Yeah, we have, I think, I'm sorry, I didn't really, because one person from Brazil who has a sister in Israel, she's very concerned, so she stepped backward. So I think we are 13 or 12 or 13 plus Ian and I. So that's more than good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very good. It's very good.
Yeah, it's nice. It keeps it to a very, very
We fit
moderate
in a
size.
cave, the caves that we
Yeah, we
want
can
to
fit in all
go.
the key places. So Aaron, I haven't seen an email,
No.
but should I look out for that then, Cliff? Something from him?
Yeah, we'll keep you posted and we'll keep pressuring him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Come,
tell
and then I
him.
think some things happened and got in the way. He was like a yes, and then a maybe. So we're unclear, but we're all
Sure.
trying to get him to come.
Yeah, put some
He's
pressure
Just,
also
on.
based. He's also based there in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time in Bali, Singapore, and Thailand.
Okay,
Okay.
so he's halfway. He's already very close.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's not hard
exactly.
for
So
him.
it's a bit easier, yeah.
Yeah, if you can tell him, then like it will be really just to make sure that we get everything really organized. It will be better in the next 2 weeks for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially to let even now to have those maybes on a list for something, just so he can kind of keep rooms on hold, so that we don't have a problem later. No, that'd be great. And Cliff, I should just mention, since our original connection was partly with the photo you sent me of you and Sangyam Kamala. So I was actually on a flight with her by chance. I was flying back from Bagdogra to Bangkok after going up to Kalimpong to meet our teacher, Kulavaduta Satpurananda. And then I was just checking in for the flight, and I turned around and there was Kamala checking in. She's arrived in Bangkok a few days ago and staying there for some medical stuff work for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've been in touch with her granddaughter, but again, what a amazing coincidence.
Yeah. So Namdiki, you're in touch with is that the one who was traveling with her, you mean?
Namgyal, we call her Namgyal.
Namgyal, okay.
She's 20, I would say mid-20s. And
Okay,
her granddaughter.
that's someone else. That's different then. Yeah,
But she's kept us posted.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully everything's going well. I know she checked into a hotel near Wat Po, which is if any of you are going to Bangkok for a couple of days, Wat Po is a very interesting Thai Buddhist temple to go to for a couple reasons. First of all, it's where a lot of the training is done for traditional Thai massage, which, as you know, is a yoga massage. So it's assisted yoga as you stretching, and they're really, really good. And also there's a whole system of Risi Datlon, which is a a kind of yoga practiced originally by Thai ascetics, forest ascetics. And it's a lot of the movements and postures are very similar to what you see in the Tibetan system of Trulkor. And they have statues in the garden at Wat Po showing these postures, and they look a lot like the postures you see illustrated in places like the Dalai Lama's secret temple, the Trulkor system. And so it's again a sequenced movement that's been developed for meditators in order to keep their limber and to keep the subtle channels open and flowing. So it's also a really interesting part of the city to be in. If you haven't been to Bangkok before, it's down by the rivers, down by the Royal Palace, down by the National Museum. And besides having amazing massages there and this and also one of the largest reclining Buddha statues in the world is also there at Wat Po. So it's a good place to look for places to stay. And a lot of those places to stay are just very, very close and overlooking the river. And there are other temples along the river like Wat Arun. And there's some wonderful little cafes and restaurants in that area. So if you're thinking about where to stay in Bangkok, I think that's there are places like Sukhumvit, which are very practical in terms of, shopping and everyday world. But for culture and atmosphere, that area around Wat Po is definitely special.
Yeah, that's good. Well, okay, any other question or comment? But anyway, we're gonna be exchanging messages. Any question you have, write down, let us know.
Maybe like, packing lists.
Yeah.
Also any reading recommendations before we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will send that.
Yeah, we'll put all that together, the packing list, the reading list, I think, and we'll, consolidate things. I know Tiffani shared the adapter plug that you need for Bhutan. But generally, a lot of the places they take the normal 2-pin, even when they have a 3-pin feature, they still take the regular 2-pin. But it's good to bring an adapter plug if you have one generally for travel. And yeah, we'll put together some reading suggestions. And then for packing, that's also straightforward. It's a really pleasant time of year to be in Bhutan. It'll be warm on the warmer side, but right now it's still going down below freezing in Paro. So it's nice that we're not there now. I had some friends who were
could be some rains, right?
There could be
Also.
some rain, can be some rain, and it can be cool at night, which is nice. But I just had some friends who were there for 2 weeks, and they said it was really cold in some of the places they were. So yeah, we won't have that issue and it won't be like Bali. It won't be tropical, but it'll be really pleasant, I think. But we'll give you all the details about that in a packing list and also just in that regard, although we have walking, some hiking, but none of that requires, let's say, hiking boots. It just means, what we would normally think of as trail shoes. They don't have to just normal, even like tennis shoes are fine. But cross trainers, something like that is probably sufficient. And yeah. But we'll send a list of everything to consider. Yeah. Any other thoughts, questions?
Well, okay then. So I'm gonna share also the recording of this in our group. And yeah, any further question or comment or suggestion or idea, we are connected. I think it was also good for each one also see a little bit each other's face.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see the faces since we'll be seeing a lot more of you all.
Yeah, I have a question for Ian. Like, what's that what's that picture behind you on the wall? Kind of looks
Oh,
like a
yeah.
brain or a fetus. I've been looking at it the whole time. What's that about?
Sorry, which one you're looking at?
It's right behind you. It's above the
It's your horns, your
genital-
secret horns.
But the one up there behind my head.
Yeah, it looks like kind of a brain,
Yeah.
but from far
Well,
away.
it's actually
Or-
it's a Bhutanese. Well, from Bali, you'd know it's a Garuda. It's a horned celestial eagle, and it's actually a mask used in the cham dances, and it's from Bhutan. I brought it back from Bhutan on one occasion. So it's got a kind of what they call the jewels representing the Dharma on top of the head, and then the horns, and yeah, probably yeah.
It's
So you'll be
really
seeing.
in the right place, right?
Well, unfortunately, it makes me look
He
like I don't.
chose like the angle,
Yeah.
so he could really
Like
be
a
almost
horn.
enlightened like that.
That's just
Yeah.
above the front door, but yeah, that's what that is.
Oh God! Oh, those. We're talking about something else. Now I get it. No, I
Oh,
mean
no, tell me what you're thinking. Okay, that's what I'm behind my head. I'm
picture,
moving my head so you see the mask. So
So
what were
the picture,
you're-
it's a black background, and from this angle, it almost looks like two fish or two brains.
it actually is two metal fish.
Okay. I've been
Yeah,
staring
it's
at
two
it.
metal fish that
Yeah.
just happened to be framed above the stove.
Uh,
Those one, yeah, above
Yeah.
Yeah,
one. Look
they're
nice.
they're just fish.
I see.
And
Cool.
yeah, that's the little. This is like a little retreat uh, setting up here. That's the kitchenette, but I do have the fish up there, facing the ocean. If it was daytime, I could show you out the window, and it's a beautiful view of the sea. But
Yeah, now you're
yeah,
currently in Thailand still?
yeah, I'm
Are
in
you based out
Thailand.
of Thailand?
Yeah,
Oh,
this is out of
okay.
Koh Samui. Yeah, I'm in Koh Samui. I just got back. As I said, I went for 2 weeks to Gangtok, to Sikkim and Kalimpong and Darjeeling, and just got back a few days ago. But I'll be here now till the trip in Bhutan. Yeah. But it's true. When I look now at that image, it looks like little embryos or something. It's true. It's hard to know what they are.
Yeah, exactly. Fascinating images.
Yeah. Good. All right.
Okay. Okay, everyone. So very nice seeing all of you, and really, really looking forward. And let's hope that the world still sustains our dreams to come true.
Yeah.
And yeah, see you soon then.
All right, good. Yeah, and at any
all.
time, any questions for either of us, always feel free to ask whatever it is, and then we'll get out those lists to you soon.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much.
Okay,
So looking
thank
forward
you.
to
Thank
Bhutan.
you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.